I'm Christine. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you've never been here before. And today I have my September TBR. So I always started out with the book club reads that I have for the month, as well as like readathons or things like that going on. So first up is the Historical Hellions book club pick, and this is put on by Jess from Peace Love Books and Samantha from Books with Samantha. And they're going to be reading Silver Flame by Hannah Howell. I haven't read any books from this author before. This one says that a beautiful young woman fights to regain her birthright and to resist the rugged knight who ignites her deepest desire. So I am excited to check that one out. The Rake Appreciation Society put on from Jen from the Book Refuge and Crystal from Crystal's Bookish Life. They're going to be reading Surrender by Amanda Quick. Here is the cover of that one and the step back. Amanda Quick has some iconic step back moments. I'm excited to check this one out. I have read 2 Amanda Quicks in the past and really enjoyed them, so I definitely am excited to read more from her. And then the other 2 that I usually participate in is the Cover to Cover, which is put on from Tori from Novel Life, and Sam from Sam Reads a Little. They're going to be reading Pen Pal by J.T. Geisinger. I've already read this one. And then Ravished by Romance, which is the book club put on by Jess from Peace Love Books and Lacey from Lacey Book Lovers. You're reading Guild by Raven Kennedy. I have read this one. I've read the first 3 books in the series. Not my favorite series at all, but I am curious what they'll think of it, so I'll definitely check out their chat for that at the end of the month. Then there are a couple of readathons going on, and the first one is the Wolf Hotel Read-Along, which the Wolf Hotel series is written by K.A. Tucker, and I believe Jess from Peace Love Books, Tori from Novel Life, Sam from Sam Reads a Little, Cheyenne from That Tall Book Girl, and McKay from Oh Hey It's McKay. I think they're the ones putting on this read-along. I read the first 2 books in the series, I think in July, and I gave them both like 3 stars and wasn't sure if I wanted to continue, but this will help me continue that. So I'll be reading the 3rd book, which is Teach Me, and then the 4th one, Surrender to Me, for that read-along. Then I believe those exact same hosts are putting on the Twisted and Taboo readathon from September 16th through September 19th. I believe it is on a weekend. And they have a whole bingo board to fill up, so I'll add it here. And I believe a couple picks that I have for the month will like meet some of those prompts, so I will participate as well. So their book club pick is Forbidden Passion by Regina Wade, so I will read that one. It's on Kindle Unlimited. I think it's like a novella. Then I'll be reading Daddy's Sweet Girl by Stasia Black. This I actually read like 3 years ago. I have no memory of it, but my friend Monica from Pardon This Book Addict reached out to me on Instagram, was like, hey, do you want to buddy read this together for the read along? And I was like, count me in. I don't remember anything, but yeah, I'll jump back in. And I'm sure more of my reads for the month that I plan on reading will meet some of the prompts for that read along, or I'll just pick up books like along the way on that weekend. Then the next ones are new releases that drop in September. These I either already have arcs for, or I will be picking them up on the day that they release. The first one is Captured by a Sinner by Michelle Hurd. This is the 5th book in her Sinner series. This follows like mafia, crime, underworld. Drops on September 12th. I've read all the books in the series. Then next is Shattered Sea by Catherine Cowles. This one is out on September 13th. It is the 4th book in her Tattered and Torn series, which is a small town series. I'm very excited for this book. I've heard amazing things for it. And then Hidden Truths by Neva Altej. I don't know how to say that last name, but this one comes out on September 22nd. This is a new to me Mafia series that I started in August, and this is the 3rd book in the series. The Duke's Rules of Engagement by Jennifer Haymore. I'm actually reading this right now when I'm filming, and the publisher sent me this copy. This one is the heroine is a matchmaker, and she is trying to find a bride for the Duke, which of course they're going to end up together. This one is out on September 27th. And then next I have some books that have already been out for a while that I want to try to get to. So I'm actually going to Love in Vegas in October, a book signing, and there's quite a few of the authors there that I want to try to read books from for the first time that I haven't read from yet, so I can, know some of their books before going, or some books of theirs that I want to read that I've been like meaning to get to. So the first one is Beyond the Roses by Monica James. I've read only like her whole Bad Saint trilogy or whatever that one is, and this one grabbed my attention because I really love the really pretty cover. Then I also want to read Always Been You by QB Tyler. She always writes great contemporary like taboo romances, and this one I've heard good things about. And then When the Stars Fall by Emery Rose I've been meaning to read. I believe this is Second Chance. I know it's really emotional. And there's also When the Storm Breaks by Emery Rose, and this one I think is Single Father. If I remember correctly, they're both in the same series. She'll be at the Love in Vegas as well, so I want to check out these 2. And I've been meaning to read Dark Notes by Pam Godwin for years, so I will hopefully finally get to this one. I believe this will meet some of the prompts in the Twisted and Taboo readathon as well, since it is like student-teacher situation. One is just a really pretty Hello Lovely box edition that I have. I like how it's like really floppy, so I will probably read this. Then My Life in Shambles by Karina Halley. I read this one like 3 years ago, maybe 3.5 years ago. I don't remember too much. I just remember it is set in Ireland and has like a marriage of convenience situation. I remember it being really beautiful. I got this like special edition alternate cover recently, so I love the Polaroids on that. I know the hero is a rugby player, and so yeah, I want to reread this one. And I want to get to a thriller, so I have Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney. I loved His and Hers from her, and I've been wanting to check this one out. I got this in my Book of the Month box. Small Angels I also got in that box. I'm hoping to get to this. This is like magical realism, I believe. Then I want to continue on in the Edens series by Devney Perry. I read the prequel novella back last month, and that one is Christmas in Quincy. So book 1 is Indigo Ridge that I want to get to. Book 2, Juniper Hill. Book 3, the most recent one, is Garnet Flats. Heard like amazing things about this series, and I've been binging all of Devney Perry's books recently, so I'm excited to get to this series. Then I wanted to get to Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. This is the first book, I believe, in her Brutal Birthright series that then goes into the Kingmaker series, so I want to read both of these for a long time. So I definitely need to pick up that first book and then jump into the series. Then I have Moon Blooded Breeding Clinic by Sam Nacosta. This is the third book in her Cambric Creek series, which are like monster, paranormal type romance series. I also have The Company of Fiends that I've been meaning to get to. This is like reverse harem historical romance with monsters. Then I'm currently reading the Jameson Valley series by Devney Perry, so I need to get to this fourth book, which is The Outpost. Book 5 in the series is The Bitterroot Inn, and then the sixth book is The Candle Palace. And then once I catch up on the Jameson Valley and the Eden series by Devney Perry, I believe I only have the Runaway series to read from her Devney Perry name, and then I need to go over to her Willa Nash name and read more of the books over there. Then I'm also hoping to get to Between Wrath and Mercy this month by Jess Wisecup. This is a fantasy romance. I've heard amazing things for it and have been meaning to get to it since like the very beginning of the year. So those are all the books I plan to get to in September. Let me know in the comments if you've read any of these books or if you have any of these same books on your September TBR. I would love to chat about it. If you haven't done so yet, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, and I'll see you in my next one.